Good morning, class. Hope all you are doing well. Stay home, stay healthy. So, today our topic is functions of a stem. As I discussed earlier, what are the different parts of the plant? It is root, stem, leaves, flowers, branches, buds. So, today I'll want to discuss about the function of a stem. Yes, the first function of a stem is conduction. Like root, the stem also conduct water and minerals from root to leaves, flowers and fruits. As you see in the figure, the root absorb water and mineral from the soil. The stem take this water and mineral and transfer to the different part of the plant. It is flower, bud, leaf. Next function is support. The stem provides support to the plant body and helps to keep the plant erect. Yes, the stem helps the plant to stand erect on the soil. The third function is the stem and its branches bear the leaves, flower and fruits. Yes, it is the stem of the plant that bears leaves, flowers and fruits. So think without stem there is no leaves, no flower, no fruit. Fourth function is storage of food. Some plants store their food in their stem. Like we eat potato, ginger, colocasia or it is also called arbi are the stems we eat. These remain inside the ground. In sugarcane, the stem is above the soil and stores food. So, if somebody asks what are the stems we eat different stems like potato, ginger, arbi. These are the stems that are present below the soil, and one stem that we eat is sugarcane. It is present above the ground. Yes, next topic is the leaf. What are leaves? Leaves are the flattened, elongated parts of the plant. The leaves are present on the stem and its branches. The leaves arise from the nodes of the stem. A leaf is a green flattened structure of a plant. The color of the leaf is green due to the presence of a pigment called chlorophyll. The flattened surface of a leaf helps to absorb more sunlight. Class, leaf is a very important part of a plant. Like in our home, kitchen is very important for preparing food like this. In a plant body, leaves are considered as a kitchen of a plant. Leaves absorb all the required material for making food and it make food for all the parts of a plant. Leaves are green in color because it contain a pigment called chlorophyll in it, and because of this chlorophyll, leaves are able to making food for the whole plant part. Function of a leaf. The important function of a leaf is to exchange gases. Leaves have minute pores on the surface. These pores are called stomata. As you see in the figure, there are minute pores on the surface. The leaves contain minute pores and these pores are called stomata. You take a leaf and if you see, you pick up the leaf in a direction of the sunlight, and if you see the leaf, you see a small pores on the lower surface of the leaf, and these pores are called stomata. With the help of chlorophyll, water from the soil and carbon dioxide from atmosphere, the green leaves prepare food for the plant body in the presence of sunlight. This process of preparing food is called photosynthesis. Yes, student, what is photosynthesis? Photo means light and synthesis means making food. That means making food in the presence of light is called photosynthesis. Plants do photosynthesis in the presence of sunlight. And for doing photosynthesis, plants need water from the soil, carbon dioxide from air, chlorophyll that is already present in the leaf. These all combine together and perform the function of photosynthesis. Here I saw the equation of photosynthesis in which we can see how plants do photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide plus water. This is CO2, carbon dioxide plus water. These both combine together in the presence of sunlight. Chlorophyll is already present in the leaves that I have told earlier, green pigment. And when the carbon dioxide, water, sunlight, chlorophyll all combine together, they form glucose. The food of the plant that make is called glucose. Glucose is considered as the food. And after the process of photosynthesis, one gas is released. This gas is called oxygen. This gas is called oxygen gas that we inhale. So human being and plants are both interdependent upon each other, because as you see, in the process of photosynthesis, oxygen is released and we intake the oxygen, and after intaking oxygen we exhale carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide taken by the plant for making food. So human beings and plants both are interdependent upon each other. So in this equation you are able to see that carbon dioxide plus water, sunlight, chlorophyll, the plant prepared the food, that is called glucose, and oxygen is released in this process. As I am showing some figure that is more clear to you. Sunlight. First of all, the leaves take sunlight from the sun and water from the soil. It enters the plant through the stem, and carbon dioxide from air. As I told that plant have a small pores on the lower surface of the leaf. So carbon dioxide it take water and sunlight, and this leaf is green in color due to the presence of chlorophyll. So all the things combine together, and by the process of this the leaf is able to prepare the food, and this whole process is called photosynthesis because of the presence of sunlight. Photo means light, synthesis means making food, synthesize, that is water, carbon dioxide, chlorophyll, all combine together with the light, and the leaf is able to synthesize the food. That's why this process is called photosynthesis. As you see, in the process of photosynthesis, plants take carbon dioxide from atmosphere and give out oxygen. Animals use this oxygen in the process of respiration and give out carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide is again used by the plant in the process of photosynthesis. That is why we say that plants purify air. As I told, we inhale oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide. How can we take oxygen? The oxygen that we take are given by the plants during the process of photosynthesis, and after taking oxygen we exhale carbon dioxide, and that carbon dioxide is used by the plant for making food. So human being and plants both are interdependent upon each other. That's all about photosynthesis.